Hi everyone, it's Eric, and today we'll be reviewing the TaoTronics portable stereo wireless speaker. A big thanks must go over to TaoTronics for sending me this over to test and review. Now for the last year I've been using this Bluetooth speaker from Innertech. Now the reason I'm actually going to be mentioning this one as a comparison to this is because this one actually costed around about £130 at regular retail, and when it got discounted it was around about £80, something like that. The reason why I bring this up as a comparison is that this speaker, price-wise, actually costs only £45.99 at the time of making this video. The regular retail price is higher, but so far you can actually pick this up for much cheaper than you can one of these. Not only that, this Bluetooth speaker right here has only got two 3-watt speakers, whereas this one has two 10-watt speakers. I am not kidding. That just seems so reversed right there. So it's like you're getting so much more for your money, and you're going to be paying less to actually get one of these right here. So let's open this up. And beautifully presented on the inside. Here it says hello. This is a user manual right over here. So let's put that off to the side. And here is the Bluetooth speaker. Wow, speaker itself. And that is quite weighty, that is. So weighty, in fact. It actually sort of like made me cut over my wording right over there. We'll take a look at this in a sec. Let's put that to the side. Very quickly see what else we get inside here. This is very good to see. 3.5mm to 3.5mm headphone jack. So this basically means that you can actually connect this wired to a device of yours as well, so that will save battery from this device, so you're not going to be using the Bluetooth connectivity or wireless connectivity in there. And over here we've got a full-size USB to micro USB to actually charge this as well, as it is slated to have about a 6-hour battery life, but I'll test that in the review. So let's take a look at this, and really the weight has really surprised me. I mean, the box was weighty, but I thought it was, for some reason I didn't think the speaker would be this weighty when I actually took it out. Let's pull this out. Wow. My goodness, bloody hell, actually. Sorry, pardon the language right there. Blimey. This is cold. This metal is absolutely freezing cold. It's like brushed aluminium all the way around. There's only two ports over here, the charging port and the auxiliary port right there. Very nicely placed, so that way, unlike this one at the side, it's always been placed at the side right over here, and it's always been exposing the wires, whereas this one, since it's at the back, that is very, very smartly placed, so that way you're not going to be having any wires showing on your desk like I have been with that other one. First impressions, I am absolutely amazed. Alright guys, so enough of that. What I'm going to do right now is go out and test this for about a couple weeks, then I'll come back with you with my full review. Okay, so I've been testing this speaker for about 2 weeks, and now I am ready to give you my final input. Now the build quality to this day, to me, still is fantastic. I cannot fault it at all. Really nice weight to it, really nice grips at the bottom, so it keeps it still no matter how loud the volume goes. Overall, build quality, fantastic. Now, let's get straight to it. Whenever you're using a speaker, you're going to be using it with three things: games, movies, and music. So what I did is I tested this out with my PlayStation 4, and I was playing Batman Arkham Knight. Now, in comparison to the previous speaker I was using, the Innertech Bluetooth speaker, this was the speaker I used to use for Batman Arkham Knight and my movie watching and everything previously. And this speaker was absolutely great for that, until I started to listen to this one. Then I noticed that this one sounds a lot more flat. Now, when it came to games like Batman Arkham Knight, what this had over the Innertech speaker was that whenever Batman's like diving in the sky or like just gliding in the sky as well, his cape sounds so much more alive and has so much more weight to it, and you can really hear the intricate details of his cape when gliding around. And when you're blowing things up with the Batmobile, it also sounds absolutely wonderful. The hits really hit you as if there's some sort of subwoofer system inside here, which there isn't. It's more of an illusion, but it works extremely well. And that's pretty much where it ends, really, at least for the gaming aspect. Everything else, whenever I'm trying to punch bad guys and you hear their bones break, it does not sound very rich. What this speaker has is that it has a muffled sound effect, similar to what you would get when you're in the cinema. So that's meant to sort of like enhance the experience for when you're watching movies, which it does, but we'll get onto that in a minute. But for games and music, it just doesn't seem to bring out the details that you want. So when I'm fighting bad guys as Batman, the punch sound effects just don't sound as detailed, and you want to hear all those bone cracks as well when Batman's delivering all this hurt to the bad guys. So what I'll do right now is show you a comparison between these two speakers when Batman's fighting, gliding in the Batmobile, and it's obviously not going to be an accurate representation, because if you're listening to these in real life, it'll sound far better, but I'm just trying to give you some sort of idea by showing you these demonstrations. So, let's show you the sound comparison. Things were gonna calm down. So, that cinema muffled sound effect you get doesn't really work when it comes to gaming. It works in parts. Like I said, Batman's cape sounds so much better than the other speaker does when he's like diving or gliding, or when he's like shooting up cars with his Batmobile and causing explosions. It really does hit you right in your chest. So that is fantastic. Everything else though, I much prefer for gaming using my Innertech Bluetooth speaker. The same goes for music. This just brings out so much more detail. When it comes to movies, however, that is a completely different story altogether. When it comes to movies, this thing has just blown me away. Whenever I'm trying to watch movies on, say, my laptop, and I've been watching the anime Death Note, which is a very, very popular anime, and I've used countless episodes using this speaker and the Innertech one, and this one to me sounds much better. And I also used it on the live-action movie, which has more sound effects going on, and there's even a couple of jump scares in that movie. I also watched The Gift, which is a movie that has a couple jump scares inside of there. One involving a stone being thrown on a piece of glass. That bang really made me jump like crazy. I mean, it really hit me. So whenever it comes to movies or horror movies or action movies in particular with all the explosions going on, this has really been surprising me at how great it is. I mean, I've been getting really excited using this every single time I'm about to pop in a big budget movie or blockbuster movie into my computer, and then using this to actually pair to it. So the TaoTronics wireless speaker is great when it comes to movies, decent when it comes to games, and really quite nothing special at all when it comes to music. But to tell you the truth, my main uses of this speaker is for movie watching. Whenever I'm going to watch movies, I take this thing out. Whenever I'm going to listen to music or play games, this is what I would take out. And in regards to battery life, this gets me around about 6 hours. Now, my Innertech speaker got me around about 10 hours, so I'm kind of spoiled in that way, but this has actually got much more oomph behind the sound, and technically it's far superior to the Innertech speaker as well, so that's obviously going to drain some more battery. Also, what is great is that TaoTronics give you a lifetime warranty with this, so it shows that they're very, very confident in this product. On the whole, an absolutely wonderful and fantastic product, and the fact that it only costs you about £45 is absolutely mind-boggling. So, great build quality, great sound quality, great battery life, and super fast pairing. Not so good for music, and it's kind of like just above average for gaming. The TaoTronics wireless speaker gets an 8 out of 10. So that's it guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe, and also follow me on my social networks. A link to all of them is in the video description below. Thank you very much for watching guys, and I'll catch all of you next time. Take care.